Hey guys, this is Sarah and it's week 63. This week we're talking about passing and Trans 101. I'm not really sure where to start with this video because, well, partially because I identify as a cisgender female. I don't identify as anything under the trans umbrella, so to speak. I really wanted to point out how strongly I agree with pretty much everything that was said in Safia's video. She's far more articulate and less awkward than I am on video, but she basically said everything that I would want to say on this topic. I basically feel like you should just dress however the fuck you want and be who you want and not worry about whether you're male or female or in between or neither or both. I don't know. Gender seems very irrelevant to me. I think I've mentioned in the previous video that we did about labels that I think labels in general are just kind of silly. Like, I don't really see the point in them, and that goes for sexuality, gender, whatever else, whatever other labels there are. I just kind of think they're pointless, and they just further segregate people from each other, and place these unrealistic, what's the word I'm looking for? Unrealistic and so confined. There's no room for movement, no room for creativity, no room for exploration, no room for anything besides male or female. I just really don't like labels, and gender is an extremely complicated thing and very fluid and very, well, it can be fluid rather. Sexuality is fluid. Gender, it's so open to, there's so many different things that, or people that you can identify as, or like I said, Safia's much more articulate, but basically I just don't really see the point in that, and for that reason I think that the boxes of male and female and gender in general just put a lot of pressure, and I can't really think of any other words right now. It's Friday, it's a long day. They just put a lot of pressure on people who are under the trans umbrella, or people who just want to be whoever they are, whoever they feel like being that day, or whoever they feel like all the time they feel out of place. Like, there's just nowhere for some people to fit in the way that society is going right now, and it's ridiculous because gender is stupid, in my opinion. In terms of Seth passing, because that's pretty much the only other thing that I can really talk about is his experience of passing, and I'll try my best to represent him and his emotions and his experiences being a trans person and attempting to pass. He feels that one of the biggest things for passing is your voice. As soon as his voice dropped, which was very, very quick, he passed immediately. He never had any questions after that point, really, even if he still looked somewhat androgynous. He still really didn't have much of an issue. Obviously, because of the way society is, the way that you dress can help you pass. Hairstyles and haircuts, which is, again, stupid, and clothing is stupid too, really. it's just, I'm not going to get back into what I was just talking about, but that's what I keep thinking about. Right, so his experience, what else can I really say here? Facial hair, obviously people relate, or equate rather, facial hair with masculinity. However, there are many women or many bigender or agender people or what have you that have facial hair as well, that may have been born with female genitalia. So that really, I mean, I can see why it's associated with masculinity, of course, but again, I don't think you should just look at someone and think, oh, this person has facial hair, they're automatically a man. That's not true. As Safia said in her video, her partner is kind of doesn't feel like either, was what I got from her video anyway. Safia, feel free to correct me if I am wrong here, but that's what I took from your video, that that her partner identifies as outside the gender binary and uses gender neutral pronouns, but is taking testosterone to alter some of their outward appearance. And so you shouldn't just assume by looking at someone that they identify as something. Just because someone's on testosterone, or just because someone might have a deep voice and facial hair, that doesn't necessarily mean that they identify as a man. There's so many variations of identities under the trans umbrella, not under the trans umbrella. I mean, really, it's endless, and that's, again, why I think that gender is stupid, because, like, why does it matter? You shouldn't have to place that label on you of male, female, or other, or just whatever. Like, just be who you are, basically. What else can I say in regards to Seth? Well, of course, I mean, he, in terms of prosthetics and packers and stuff like that, that's something that made him feel much more comfortable, especially in places like the gym where you're wearing sweatpants or gym shorts, and depending on your movements, you can kind of tell what might or might not be between someone's legs. Although I really don't think that even happens really in the gym. I don't think guys are just standing around like checking out each other's packages. I really don't think that happens, but I can understand why he's self-conscious, or why he was self-conscious. He's not as much anymore as he used to be. He actually doesn't wear his packer all the time anymore. He used to, because he felt very uncomfortable, especially in the gym, but now he doesn't. Partially, I think, because he feels more comfortable, and partially because he finds that wearing a packer, like, physically can be uncomfortable for him, because it rubs up against areas, and so he just doesn't wear it all the time. But he does feel, or he did feel, that that was something that helped him pass a lot. What else is there? I think that a lot of trans guys in specific tend to, actually I shouldn't say a lot, because I actually haven't come across too many guys who do this, but I do know especially one person who's kind of an acquaintance of ours,